responsibility to teach them this, not the video games! Hello?
Nintendo claims the two DS units have to be within 65 feet of each other for them to communicate.
That is completely true. That is completely true. Trust me, I know. At least with PictoChat, that's true. But with other things like download play, it doesn't work outside. Even in that effective range sometimes. I was in my girlfriend's living room. She was in the kitchen. We were trying to do download play because she was making lunch, and she said she would just take the DS out with her. I said fine, and it hooked up to her sister who was with me in the living room, but she couldn't get a signal, and the signal broke. That's because it was download play. Download play, I've noticed, is very sensitive to interference in effective range, especially when you're moving the DS around. And with PictoChat, it's the same thing. You move the DS around a lot because she goes out of the room. She went out of the room sometimes when we were doing the PictoChat. It's the same thing. The signal gets broken. So it's not like it has a huge range. 65 feet is what it is supposed to. It was what it is most under normal conditions. But Fox News changes stuff and fucks with you, and this next bit is one bit that you really need to pay attention to, and just see what they do. They perform a little experiment. Let's watch!
But when we set up two units in a local shopping mall, that's not what we found. From 90 feet. Let's try 120 feet, nearly double what Nintendo says the range is. All right, we've pushed it back now to 200 feet. Let's see if we can send a message from here. 250 feet. All right, we now have more than 300 feet, more than a whole football field between these two Nintendo DS units, and yet still, I can send a message. Even when I went outside the doors, my Nintendo DS was still able to write to the other one.
Two main flaws with their entire experiment. Number one, and the main flaw. They connected the two DSs before they were out of the effective range. They connected them when they were as close as they could be. The DS has this unique feature where it's going to stay connected for as long as it can, even if it goes out of the range. I've noticed this. It happens. That's the first issue. If you're out of the range and you try to connect, I guarantee you it won't work. But if you're in range and you connect and then you go out of the effective range, it'll probably still be connected, especially with PictoChat because of how simple it is. Now with download play, that's definitely not going to work, but PictoChat, I can see that working. The other thing is they weren't moving the two DSs very much. Sure, he was holding the one, but the other one was sitting on a table completely still. Now, if the DSs are completely still, of course it's going to register because it doesn't have that movement interference that DSs have a lot. When you move a DS while you're trying to download play or doing PictoChat, it enjoys breaking the signal. It's especially when you're far away like that. But they weren't moving the DSs very much, especially the one that was sitting on a fucking table. Their entire experiment is flawed completely and gives them false information that apparently Nintendo is lying to you. No, I know Nintendo. Nintendo doesn't lie, normally. On rare occasions has Nintendo done something incredibly stupid. The only two occasions I can think of was what spawned the shit, I can't remember the name right now. But, whatever the hell it was. And the other one was the Virtual Boy. That was the one mistake. I can't remember the name of the other mistake. It's where they teamed up to try to make a CD-based game, and it was I can't remember the name of the system right now, but it was a piece of shit, and it didn't work, and it had Zelda and Walden Gamelon.
Suddenly, Michael's mom realizes the possibilities get pretty creepy.
If we're in an airport or at a train station, and just with the close proximity of them being able to, possibly be communicating with him.
And remember Marissa chatting with her friend in the other car? That means a molester driving along could see your child in the back seat and start sending messages while you're in the front seat, totally oblivious to what's happening.
Are you fucking kidding me? Did you just hear what they tried to slam into these soccer moms' brains, and it probably worked? Are they actually gonna speak on this fucking report and say to these people that your child who's young and sits low in the car in the first place while playing the DS, which they're gonna hold below them at about waist height and look down at it. And a pedophile is gonna drive past your car, see your child playing the DS, and then while they're driving on the freeway, start messaging them with a DS while they're driving. Are you fucking kidding me? That is the most ridiculous, stupid scare tactic I've ever heard. Honestly, when you really think about it, do you realize how ridiculous that sounds? How stupid and just illogical it sounds? But Fox News makes it sound like a real possibility that a pedophile is going to actually pull out the DS while they're driving on a fucking highway and start messaging your child, who they probably can't see because they sit low in the car and they hold the DS even lower than that. What the fuck are they on? Oh God, son of a! I swear, do you realize how? Jesus Christ! I hate Fox News. I hate them. Fox News, you just use scare tactics to mess with people. What the fuck? God! This entire report is bullshit. Just like the PSP report was. This entire thing is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's the stupidest thing ever. What the fuck? Ugh!
Nintendo is well aware of the risk. Both the owner's manual and the company's website warn parents about PictoChat and recommend talking to your kids about what to do if they get a message from someone they don't know.
You see? Nintendo basically has told them the same thing I've been trying to say for the last... How many parts has it been? Like, well, if you count the last PSP rant, the Fox News PSP report rant, it's been like, what, 4 parts? Almost like 5? This whole thing, I've been trying to tell you, you need to talk to your fucking kids and not rely on the news to tell you what to do. Oh, the TV didn't tell me that I had to talk to my child. It wasn't advertised in the commercials. Be a fucking parent! Don't rely on the Fox News to take care of you because they're idiots! Ugh!
Brenda and Chantel are both great moms, but like most parents, they didn't think to read the owner's manual for their child's game.
Why the fuck not?! You buy something for your child and it comes with a manual that obviously means it should be read, but no! I didn't think to read the owner's manual! Why the fuck wouldn't you read the owner's manual?! Why wouldn't you do that? You buy something for your child and you don't read the manual on it so you don't know what it's about? What the fuck are you on?! Oh my god! Are these parents stupid? Seriously?
I hadn't thought about that.
I just thought it was kind of like an advanced Game Boy.
Sit down, read the manual, the instructions.
Joel Dine with Glendale Police says the problem is parents don't realize Nintendo DS is more than just a game device.
It's a communication tool. It's not just a visual tool.
Now, Michael, Marissa, and Melanie know exactly what to do if a stranger tries to PictoChat them.
I'd sign off.
I'd say barn. I'll turn it off.
Well, I'm certainly glad those kids now know what to do. After Fox News told their parents that they're supposed to talk with them. I mean, honestly, are these parents retards? Why the fuck wouldn't you read the manual? Why the fuck wouldn't you read the fucking manual? It's there for a reason to read. Hello? Sometimes I don't think people were meant to be parents, because if you buy something for your child and you need to, parents, if you're watching this, listen to me. You need to talk with your kids about this stuff. Don't blame the video games because your child was talking with a pedophile. It's not their fault. It's your fault. You didn't tell your kid to not talk with that person. And Fox News is like, oh, it's the DS's fault and Nintendo is lying to you. Bullshit! They don't know what the fuck they're talking about! Oh, I'm so glad I'm done with this for a while. Well, like I said, if you have any requests for another Fox News report, I will be happy to rant about it. Goodbye, and have a fucking nice day.